prepared. I mean, 33, he had the smoke, it broke, he was pinging, they were calling it. Uh-oh.
I guess they knew the Falcons was coming from some sort of angle. I guess BZM didn't quite expect it to be that angle.
I just got caught instantly, I guess, just didn't get to get the BKB.
That's going to be Roche for Falcons.
Oh, boy.
Watch it again.
And he just jumped in.
Blinked in. I guess he felt strong because he had the BKB in the amplified damage room, but he's
and
he's dead.
I think he was maybe perhaps hoping that Whitemon could get in range and get the sleep save, but that was still so over-aggressive. It's risky. Massive punishment coming in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's going to be Roshan for Falcons, no question about it. Skeeter to pick up the Aegis.
Boy. That hurts a lot. And that Hex for Amar, let's see if he does go for it. He does. He pretty much has it finished now, so
it's a smart move to do. As I say, really sort of helped him out of this position. Obviously, they weren't able to get the winning game for, but definitely managed to get themselves in an opportunity where they're able to sort of make that sort of crazy move with the rapier and let it slip away from them by getting that lead once he was able to get the Hex on Amar. I mean, those aggressive plays, and indeed, there it is. So Hex at the ready.
It's not even just about, it's also instant disables, but now they even have more disables in case of like a Bane Fiend's Grip or something comes out too. Like, not to say that he's going to use a Hex probably on the Bane, right? He's going to use it on the more for the co-op 90% of the time, but the potential that the hack can, right? If you can just stop it, the grip onto somebody is there. It's a big pickup and a big swing now for Falcons, having this Aegis too. Even though the more still in a very comfortable spot, that slows down things a lot, at least for the Queen of Pain. He had the amp damage potential for that fight, now he doesn't.
Are we seeing a change up here with this was the same? Because I remember he got the blink right in the build. Was it still after these pickups, or?
I think he got it right after the BKB, right?
Okay.
I think he got BKB, then blink, and then he went to the next item. So.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if he does.
Maybe he does adapt a little bit too.
See in the mid.
Ari.
Quick catch does have to drop the dream coil for that one, Maori, to make sure the job's secured.
Yeah, they drop both. Lasso plus the coil, but they'll do that. They'll settle for that. With the way Tundra's playing fully split up, finding that kill. Here, Whitemon. Always paired up. Whitemon never leaving pure side.
He knows how important it is to keep this morph safe.
Yeah. Either a sleep save to let him get the Manta plus the shift off, or just a potential catch onto the Mars. And actually, he's gonna be able to sneak in here. Let's get the shrine. So that's nice for the big speed.
That's true. Yeah, Falcons focused on the push onto the mid tier 2. Does mean that those other aspects are left vulnerable. Take
that all day. He's got max enfeeble. He already had max enfeeble for a couple levels now too, but he's gonna start also building towards that lens. So that, enfeeble versus gyro, always very nice. There's the Daedalus after you've done it. Or Skeeter. So his damage, it's ramped up a lot. Versus the Morphling, a little difficult for him to just focus fire him, but versus everybody else, that Daedalus is going to be pretty devastating. Let's see if Tundra can approach the fight a bit better than that last time.
I mean, do Tundra want to fight at all into this Aegis? Or are they just doing their best to avoid the action?
I would say to probably avoid, yeah.
Tundrata guys, tundrata.
So yeah, probably just avoid.
And they're hovering around as if they're ready to see if they can catch someone making too greedy of an initiation.
Yeah, if it's someone walking in onto a high ground, kind of isolated, they can go for it here. Falcon seems to know the positioning. Look at the line that's been drawn, but Tundra, they'll get the scan. They're actually going to look for the clash.
Yeah, we'll
BKB on the Morphling, let's see.
33 heads in trying to get information. BZM aggressive jump forward again. He's going to get knocked back in.
Para saan? May ganin, nakabikimbi.
So this time BZM's fine to frontline like that.
But he did use the BKB.
But they did use the lasso.
They did.
A little bit of, item
Kurba guys, kurba kayo. Game 5 na.
Slows down both teams fall back.
Lasso has a little bit less of that cooldown, of course, so could potentially catch him during that window. It's a very tight window, but small potential of it. Skeeter held his BKB, so he does have it ready for the fight if it does kick off.
Paroga ko guys. Paroga bitaw. Tundra, let's go Tundra.
Down towards the bottom lane, they're ready to sort of fall back and split the wave, split the map up.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the time for his BKB to come back up before he looks to rejoin his team. At least level 18 has been hit for him too.
Probably not going to be a chance for Falcons to find much more. Just 1 minute left on the Aegis, so
they could go for Tormentor.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty safe play. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go Tundra.
Just get that one secured here with the remainder of that Aegis.
It's kind of like ideal timing actually for them to spawn up. Kind of forgot about it myself for a second, but they'll be able to set up for it.
Blast lang guys. Like and subscribe. Nila.
Finding another chance to kill off these supports here with his dream coils. He'll catch Whitemon.
That's actually a pretty big kill. Finding solo kills like this in this game. Extra enable for Malrine to get this Lincoln's finished up.
With each passing moment, Pure, he really is just cleaning up that much more of the map than Skeeter is. to see him really break away at the top of this net worth. As the last game, his plays on the morph were very impressive. Some very fantastic plays around his ultimate in the team fights.
He's occupying a vast majority of that
Nakatagkap
short
ya,
corner for his team.
nakatagkap ya tong Tundra ganina game 4.
Namar,
Nabali ba? Ako di chance mo kadaw kang palungkon sa.
Trickier for Falcons to look for the play now that Aegis is about to come to an end.
they're looking to take out this high ground board, but weren't quite able to. Now Snaking is trying to inch his way forward, and let's see if we'll be able to get that D ward. So they're claiming high grounds, looking to find
Lamar. There's the Hex. Has the opening on towards BZM, but the
Yes.
follow-up's not going to be coming in from anyone else in time.
Balik pag yun.
He's hanging around, making sure he can get the dagger down onto a Mars,
so-
so no sort of chase can continue.
Have to be careful. I mean, that was risky. Crit was still coming in the area there. BZM really pushing the limits. That's a Mars ult use, 70 seconds. Are they going to look to perhaps group up with that? Because the BKB is available for BZM. They're going to have everything ready, and there's not going to be an arena now.
I think it's all going to be down to whether or not
Sinina sa
is
guys.
making the call for a team fight to be
Probably
found. Because obviously at this stage, he is incredibly strong on the morph, but definitely has sort of two ways to go about it. He can get involved, look for action, or he can just look to try and get himself completely slotted up. He's got 3,300 gold at the moment in the bank, so he might want to just look for that next pickup.
Yeah, and he is switching that build. It doesn't look like at least he's going for the blink just yet. I didn't
Alright.
like what he was doing with that blink before, because what he was doing, right, he was messing with Malrine a lot,
Magis.
turning into the puck, silencing him to get into the backline, but I think perhaps
Yeah,
because
you be
Malrine has
Magis.
seconds so early now, he actually can't do that
Matapang
same thing
Magis.
he was before, so things get adapted, things get changed.
Kami. Okay guys, ready na to guys.
Until Pure spends his money, they won't look for some action. They've got the money now to get the Crystallis and still have a decent amount of gold on top to pull back on. So Pure will get that sent out to him.
Falcons is getting to be able to sit back and finish
Ingat
that
guys,
BKB though for Amar.
Ay,
He's gonna
kuka.
have to finish very soon there. He's under vision. That ward actually has not been taken out just yet, but I don't think they're gonna be able to take advantage of it fully. Yeah, that is pretty much that BKB done.
So should give him the freedom to always be able to get into the fight, find his target with the Hex.
Multi-timings too. Crit has the Axe on the side of Tundra. What did they pick up? Kaya Sanj on 33. And almost Shiva's on BZM, so. Here. We'll also almost have his Dave on this.
Didalos
Aggressive
nga.
build that he can go for. They have to be so
Or
careful
blink.
where they stand though. That Aghanims is finished for Crit, cannot get double lassoed. We did see a couple of them come into play in that last game.
Kaduhan, why?
Amongst sort of the rest of them, it's just so much jump and catch from Falcons. And Tundra, if they can make sure that all of the sort of team moves end up going down with 33 at the front, they have a pretty good, solid chance of taking these fights.
He needs to
Nah,
sort
lagi
of-
magdaog lagi sa
And it's sort of these
support.
supports that the fight can fall apart very quickly for Tundra.
He
Ako
either
kay
needs to soak
impact
or
ang support
BZM
na nila.
BZM just has to get the BKB up before any of the disables come out, right? Like if you get the last
Kit
full
kan
BKB, it's
kita.
fine.
Crit's gonna be able to find Ari.
Why ka
trying
uban?
to get away through the twin gate, not gonna happen. Ari will get caught out here.
Get out, get out.
Maureen down on the other side of the map. I'll see if they try and make this play at one
Takpan.
to maybe steal
Takpan.
away the wisdom if it's just a one-on-one, but no, it doesn't want to stick around to risk that. He'll get away from the puck.
Skeeter, Satanic stun. Very
Okay,
close to
guys.
having that MKB also when he does the triple play.
So giginahaw ang tanaw ni.
2,500 gold away from it.
Tundra, they're smoking up for this.
Okay, let's see if they can find something. Ari is dead. Lasso is on cooldown.
Sure, Pure, Daedalus online, big damage ready to come out from the morph.
They want to catch Falcons because Falcons
Yeah,
is
get
starting to do that
on
thing where they
scores.
split up and farm and just continue to grow
Gyro.
the lead. So they have a ward down. They see Snaking.
Boss, laki ba ako na sa Gyros taas?
Something bigger, but as it was,
Oh,
Skeeter
tape
not
na.
sticking around on his own by the Ancients any longer. TP's back over towards the mid.
Lasso's back up in 8.
Takan kinanaw guys.
Reconnecting.
Pila na po.
Whitemon trying to force
40
a reaction.
42,000 kabuktaw nagtanaw.
Jumps in with a hex in the arena. We'll get the time for the rest of Tundra to bail out.
Atag lang eh.
Whitemon
42,000 nagtanaw sa YouTube nila.
BKB is forced very early.
Grabe.
Got very scared from that jump there.
Gabi yan, gabi.
8 seconds, no BKB. Lasso is at the ready. Falcons might continue to swing over and hunt.
Could be a good time to do so.
It's a big rune too. Arcane rune for the puck.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Falcons have been able to maintain control of most of the power runes this time round.
Hmm.
Getting closer and closer to that Roche
Where?
resource.
They're pretty big. Malrine especially too this game. Level 23 approaching that 25 plus ags again.
sort of opening with the jump, the rest of the team will be very quick to follow up.
It's similar to last time where they're not
Kuha na
playing
tong book.
loaded
Inalak,
before the lead.
balik
We
na.
have a point at this that's also similar to last time.
Wala lagi na eh.
He does get the Pyrrhic cloak.
Gikan mo ko nag-map dito.
It was a big
It
difference
did a lot.
maker in that last game,
Yeah.
having both of that plus the blade mail versus that gyro.
Tundra, they do want to try and step out on the map though and attempt to find something around this timing where Roshan's about to come back into play.
It's also pretty much just before this MKB is going to be finished up here too for Skeeter if he does the disassemble play. He's getting very, very close to it.
Kuya,
Only
piliti
about
tong
700,
drone eh.
800
Ba.
gold away.
Ay, nako.
Falcons, they want to go on 33.
I think he will start to poke at the least.
Sonic Wave, okay, just bursting the creep wave. We'll have it up again pretty shortly, of course, with the talent.
Wala yung nag-build oh.
Also for Snaking's build, wanted to point this one out. Last time he went for the Hex Rush,
Ginsu?
this time he went for a Mage Slayer, so that's actually going to be
Uh,
very disruptive
Umbra?
for BZM and for 33 in the fights. If they don't deal with this Enchantress, he's going to be able to multi-hit targets too. The Sproink plus the Mage Slayer, you're applying that Mage Slayer on 3 targets, right? So,
Hindi. Dapat.
I'll get a grab. Once again,
Bye,
Ari
Buck.
to be found.
he has buy.
Falcons trying to get back into the Roshan pit here around the damage of Skeeter. Can Tundra interrupt this here with just the 4 of them?
They keep getting information. Malrine jumps to high ground, pokes.
ECM.
Jump forward, Skeeter.
Look.
Look at the BKB, but he's taking so much
What the-
damage. A defensive nightmare comes in, allows him to slide up to the high ground and back off for now. It's going to be kept very low after that attempt, and with the BKB on cooldown, not really a
Atake
great
yun eh.
chance for him to get back in on this fight.
Falcons still just waiting for the potential catch on Heroes, though.
BZM having to go all the way back to base.
Mark waiting on the side there. with
Bakit
the
nga, bakit nga.
vision on the high ground that I don't believe Tundra has any idea about. It's scouting so much. Look at this ward. It's seeing everything on the left side there. It sees 33. It says clearance is right on. They get the
Lubul.
No, here.
No, patay, patay. May clutch ko yun. Clutch ko yun. Nakuha ni BCM. Oh my god. Patay sila. Ay, naku, gini.
Oh my god.
44,000 kabuk nagtanaw guys.
They pull it off.
This Fiend's grip in particular is everything, right? It holds him to prevent him from finishing off that Roche, prevent him from connecting to get that double spear kill potential.
Ay,
Get the
ay.
Sonic Wave, push him away, get that Roche. That was
Just
picture perfect.
one little bit more
Tundra.
damage, I'm sure would have
Tundra.
done it.
Yeah, literally, imagine if Skeeter's able to get any hits, but yes, look at Whitemon. He's just got him. Roche is beating on him. He's getting hit from sharpshooter.
Sabi nung patay na sa multi nga to.
What a play.
Wow.
And the timing here, BZM getting the angle, pushing them back with the Sonic Wave, gets the jump forward, gets the pickup.
Up to the high ground, level 25 for the morph.
Yeah, they're straight up to the barracks. Tundra, how many
Tigil.
can they get with this?
Di balkon.
As the fortification coming to an end.
Absolutely insane gameplay coming in. Crazy spell casting. Rax, it's going down.
Di pa isa guys.
They've got 40 minutes in, they've got the full set of barracks, top Tundra. Still got tier 2s they're going to have to take down on the other lanes.
But they've got this comfort of this Aegis now too, and BZM has a Hex himself to potentially catch the puck also.
Na si BZM naghimo gyud ay Hex. Ginso. Para kabawas ba?
Especially with the way it started, right, with Falcons being able to force that BKB out of BZM,
Yeah.
push him out of the fight
Very true.
completely. BZM, he actually ended up having all the time to get back to base, reset, and get back out there. You know, Falcons, even though they were able to push back the quap, they didn't feel confident enough to.
Grabe no, nindot kay initiation ng
Tundra
Falcon,
get the
build the game.
opportunity to swing back, things back in their favor.
Look at that swing. Look at the items starting to get picked up to an Octarine, even tankier, more spells coming into play too.
Altering for him, Hex for BZM.
Whitemon is 3/4 of the way towards an Aghanim's as well too,
Oh,
which
boy.
is a pretty game-breaking item if you're able to get that on the Bane as well. That was absolutely massive.
I mean, if this continues, you know, maybe Skitter's going to start saying, you know, but boys, rapier again. We might need it.
Yeah, he might need
They might
this
need
time.
it on them.
Yeah. He's got the MKB this time now finished. He didn't actually have it toward the end of that last fight. Wasn't able to do the disassemble play in time.
Pila ka buk tanaw. 44,000, yeah.
Do anything that last fight. He literally didn't get to really attack too much of anything at all.
Tundra being able to push the game back to this even state on the numbers. Pretty much dead even on the net worth.
Pure has that huge separation now between him and the gyrocopter.
And we saw just how much he was able to do with that sort of lead in game 4. I mean, pretty incredible to be able to do this on the Morphling, a hero that so many other teams don't really touch. I feel like we saw what back at like TI, some teams, they sometimes tried for it. They're like, hey, you know what, maybe we can make the Morph work here. I feel like most of the time they couldn't. But here, on the main stage of Blast Slam 4, Pure find the chance to bring it out. They're going to try and get a bit of setup here onto 33, but he's so...
Matay na guys. 48 oh. 48 ang stock.
I mean, they can't kill this
Armor.
Backup's coming in. BZM gets the Hex off. On towards Amar. Amar has to put the BKB and slowly back up to the high ground.
They're getting pushed back into the base.
He's ready to keep it going. Jumps forward. Bear's not going to connect. BZM's going to be perfectly fine. Pure
Okay, it's okay.
They'll drop the arena defensively, trying to stop the damage flying in, but
Where?
Amar's gone.
It's okay, it's okay.
With the chakram as the blade mail finishes him off.
Daogid guys. Champion guys, champion.
Tundra pushing in and another jump. They're in on a staking.
Wow.
With the sonic wave.
Malay buyback sigod.
Second set of barracks in
Nade.
trouble. There's the buyback from snaking.
They're feeling tanky enough to just jump right through
Sayop
here.
yun. Sayop, may pagwas.
Finishes it off.
Sayop, pas
Still nearly a minute left on the Aegis for BZM.
pasinib daog pa.
Peter has no BKB. It's so dangerous for him to step up almost at all.
Duha ka bugdakpan siya. Bigyan guys. Gyro. Patay gyro. Walay buyback gyro.
BZM wants to keep the fight going. 33 buyback as well. Wants to re-enter into this one with the spears down. It was BZM. He's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2.
Dive.
Mary,
BZM.
he found Whitemon on the back lines. Took out the Bane. Can they deal with the second?
Patay
BZM
juga.
is there for the opening. Damage flying in for
Napay-BKB.
Two buybacks coming out from both sides.
They're looking to try to end.
They want to keep this going. Still a buyback available on Skeeter.
Might be forced to use it. Trying not to.
They'll look to settle to try and take it at least to mega crease.
Ya, wakul ba ane. Lo are pure.
Amar, get the angle with the spear on towards 33. 33, they get the
May safety.
also available on the puck. Pure, it's got to be a bit cautious.
Piyo pasok ko din yun. Mari na matay eh. Hello, matay mo please. Walay buyback.
He's gone for 2 minutes.
This is going to be a rapier pickup. They look like the same thing as last time, right?
The fight's still continuing in the mid. BZM's trying to keep the damage in onto Crypt, but he's got to be careful. They've got to try and hold this game for 2 minutes without their Morphling fog.
Oh my god, 100 seconds.
Oh.
Skeeter, does he go for that rapier play? Is he going to look to be able to...
Kailangan
He's
sila
gonna
mukat
look to
og
cut
Crips.
some waves.
Let's see if he can. We'll be able to commit him with the BKB, but the
Uy, patay.
That 25 coil is there.
He's got the buyback available at least on BZM.
Asa ko na eh.
Can't even sit in my seat right now.
96, 1 minute.
Absolutely insane. These lassos, this control, this chain stun on Pure. How many seconds was he controlled? Back to back, I think he was controlled for 12 seconds.
He's going to try and get it together.
He has to, right? Like that, they can run down
It
again.
didn't work last time, but maybe
God.
this time. It's a different situation. Short the more.
At ka guys. Patay ko rin.
He didn't see it.
Oh nga.
He's
Chasing it. He's trying.
It's trying to get some sort of vision.
Oh, that would have been so clutch if he could find it. It still had the shield.
It's going to be a safe delivery. Rapier online. Skeeter, he's ready to run it back.
Oh my god, 50
He's
seconds.
ready to run it back.
50 seconds, no more.
Last
BZM has
match,
buy.
it didn't go so hot. This time, once again, no buyback in the mall for different reasons, of course. This time it's on cooldown rather than not having money.
Absolutely.
Ba ane
Is
guys.
this going to be long enough for Falcons to shut
Loko
the game
chutor sa
down?
tower.
Going for the tier 4s. Oh my god, I can't believe we're seeing this
Still a
again.
buyback available on BZM. They've got to be careful of the buyback from the quad. Skeeter, onto the tier 4s. He's been here before, but he's ready to change the outcome this time round.
Amar waiting in the wings with the hex. 25 seconds.
Ya,
The Crimson
lusa mo silang
Find
sugo.
a little bit of time here for the towers. I mean, if BZM can get away with not having to expend the buyback, they'll certainly be able to keep the game alive. The question is now, Falcons, do you go all in for this play or do you
Lo, dua sila guys.
pull back? I have no idea. You probably pull back.
I don't think you go all in.
I think they pull back.
Not what happened last time. They'll respect the respawns. Falcons learning from their mistakes. The Rapier's online. They're not going to go too zealous with the push. They'll back off.
We're truly getting that absolute cinema coming here. This game is absolutely ridiculous. An amp damage also in the bottom lane. Could look to pick that one up.
Double damage, double damage.
Oh, that's a big pickup. We already saw the chain lockdown they were able to do before. Now they've got a whole double set round. He's got to give him the bottle.
There we go. Amplified damage ready for the next fight. Oh my goodness.
Also close to his refresh. There's going to be a ton of control now. Extra control that Falcons has also picked up on top of extra damage from Rapier.
Ito ma-burst nila si Gyro. Wala pa ba back si Iwan. More blink kay Kit.
He really had his hands on the morphing. He had that control, Amar.
This is so crazy. Great.
They get the jump. The Griff's going to be their response, but it doesn't matter. Ari's gone. Can they at least find the killer return? They can. BZM has to jump forward. But what the
Look,
BZM has got buyback available, but he's out 100 seconds. Falcons, can they push it anything more? They did obviously
lumaya na lang sa Roche. 1 minute.
They
No?
wanted to play it super safe, which as we're saying, they probably do. They can sit back and wait for the rush. Keep that creep inside the pit. Could force the situation that BZM, he's not going to buy back, but it's going to put him in a weird situation that they maybe want to try to contest.
Baan mo guys?
You've got to only imagine though that Falcons, they are going to be so careful with how they progress from this point onwards. Sure, they managed to shake up Thunder quite a bit, find a chance to get not only this Rapier but also this MKB online now. Peter, they want to make sure this game has a decent ending despite the same drafts and some very similar item pickups coming into play.
Yeah, some switch ups, of course. I was thinking, I think doing the most pivots on his build. We saw during the push too. I didn't get to mention because things are insane, but he bought Vlad's too, right? Like all these small things to try to enable Gyrocopter rather than having the Hex that he did go for that last time. Roche, spawning 2 seconds. They don't actually have the creep inside of there.
I mean, what's the call going to be from Tundra? Are you trying to contest this, Roche?
I mean, they have 30 seconds on the co-op respawn. So far, we haven't seen Falcons commit for it and see it just yet. Now they'll see that it's up. Do they just go for it, or do they just wait?
And for Falcons, how much do you want to try and force a fight before the buybacks are back online for both 33 and Pure? Like, are you thinking about that? You want to try and go in these next 2.5 minutes?
Oh yeah, I mean Amar in particular, right? With the double, they're gonna have the extra lives, right? They'll have the double catch as well too. They'll have the extra lives they can buy back and look to throw into the fray as well. Does feel like they would like to, but hey, maybe they are just gonna play a bit hesitant. Maybe they are gonna just play very careful because of how crazy that last and
I mean,
how crazy this
absolutely.
entire series has been.
I would not be surprised if they just sort of sit back and allow Skeeter to not only farm up like the buyback gold, but also maybe like an insurance Rapier as backup. You know, just play it as safe as possible after what happened. We'll see this
We finally get a
sort of hold that they're able to pull off, and a lot of it again down to sort of these hex plays from Falcons and Amar getting that chance to catch Pure out multiple times.
And the lassos too. I mean, how many times is Crick gonna be able to get away with getting these lassos on the prime target? There is now a Lincoln's picked up though, Owen. So more flank Pure. He's pivoted his build. He had the Scotty. Now he's gone that Lincoln's.
Incredible stuff here at Singapore in this game 5. The crowd very
Kitsam
much
gini
getting
niya
the
mo
treat that
karena
they
ako kadao
deserve.
guys.
After how fabulous they've been this weekend. This game 5, 9k lead at the moment for Falcons, but it still could be anybody's.
Baan na guys.
Such tense moments.
Tundra, look at this smoke.
Di ganahan niya kung kadao kan Tundra kay.
Are starting to get picked up here from Falcons.
Sure.
They have ways to
Wala
stop
lang.
some aggression that comes out from Tundra. Tundra doesn't
Bago
have
mong
that
team.
option.
This could be a bit of a risky move from Tundra still. Not with their own
Oh,
buybacks available.
naibago ba? Pure si Ari. Sila may nakadao gani last season. Saksa na si Saksa. Pero ang pinakalaban yun ang tanak ko, Mouse. Si mid 1, sayang wala kasura. Hype kayo sa mid 1.
It's hard.
I just have to let this one go freely for Falcons.
Yeah, it's hard to get down here when it's already fully set up with the wards. They'll be able to get that. That's a pretty big pickup too. It's that refresher shard for crit. The double lassos could be the back-to-back double lassos on 2 targets. And always the thing we have to point out, Owen, that secondary target of the lasso, it bypasses Lincoln's. So if he's able to find one of the front lines, it could still catch Pure.
And he'll definitely be playing with that in mind, Crit.
Yes.
He'll be looking for those angles, those opportunities to trip them up with that sort of move. And Tundra, I mean, it's getting to the point where the buybacks, you know, the cooldown has come to an end, but they still need quite a bit of gold on both Pure and 33. So They've got to find this opportunity to farm up that final bit of gold. They do not want to be caught in a fight without that buyback money available.
Hey, on disc also for BZM, kind of doing the same thing, right? Both sides replicating each other. Seeing the Lotus now for the Enchantress, so potential there to reflect one of these hexes in particular, probably pretty massive.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Also, dispelling it, the Pyrrhic Cloak off himself, very important. Because he can't just kill you as these supports, as we mentioned.
BZM definitely needs everything possible that sort of enables him to get away with these just sort of jump straight into the midst of the fight, because he has to kind of be the one to go in and cause that chaos alongside 33 so that Pure gets that freedom to play the fight.
Gaya mo umay.
Getting the chance to sit back and be patient, waiting to look for that last opportunity to try and catch off the Morphling off guard as the second target with the Axe Lasso.
Yeah, Tundra just, they don't have the same, it's just not the same type of lineup where they have this double jump, double catch, double spear, etc., right? Their lineup is very different how they approach those fights. Someone has to absorb these spells, allowing that Morphling to be able to come in and get the cleanup. But yeah, it looks like it's getting quite a bit harder versus all these Aeon discs, all this extra control. Amar having that refresher with the Aeon disc.
3 minutes left on the Aegis. How much the Falcons want to try and get done? They'll get down onto the tier 2 on the bottom lane. Be able to clear that up. The money very nearly there, at least for BZM. He's got the buyback back available. Pure just 400 gold off his own buyback. 33 still a little bit away.
Gubat na ni.
Falcons going
Guys.
poke a little here. 3 minutes on this Aegis. They do bring the tower down.
Kita eh.
BZM.
Blue.
Sort of reaction he can force out.
Yeah.
Respect from Falcons. They back away as BZM shows.
Yeah, very annoying poke onto Skeeter there. You see the Enfeeble, puts the Shadow Strike. He does respect it. Backs away. Crit.
Nagim takpan na ni.
Looking for the catches himself.
Those lassos have been pretty crucial to really getting the ball rolling in these fights.
And they did pass the refresher shard to Malrine. So the double
Siya ba ito yung batrader kanina? Lo, wakalayot bang. Buyback. Lo, patay. Lo, second life. Bang, iyan eh. Asa, small pling. Puksit. Oto, kubot, may. Gildi na yun. Maugya po ni kanina. Amaw. Mura mag-grip.
Unbelievable. It's 3 buybacks, but they are able to bring down Skeeter here.
Oh boy, here we go. Tundra.
Snaking.
We know what happened last time when they got their hands on the rapier.
He'll be brought down as well on the Enchantress.
Falcons, they tried to be a little more calculated with how they attempted to push the game to victory this time with the rapier in the hands of Skeeter, but they still get punished.
Maugya si Pure magmunupling eh. Digid. Gikumpyun sa ano yung murpling eh. Digid magpatakag sud ba. Nasa likod oh.
Honestly, 33 and Pure just they're doing too much. They're unkillable and they're making Skeeter have to just focus onto them.
Dao nga eh. Ditso na sila eh. Ditso tier 4. Laro na.
He's trying to swap his items, get a
Nabibuyback. Nabibuyback si Jero eh. Lo, patay. Patay mo rin. Buto man. So grabe guys.
I think that was the Aeon disc status resistance there versus the Fiend's grip, right? That's 75%. That's what I
Ilang buk na nanaw. 50,000 kabuk tao na nanaw. Yes. Blast lam Dota 2. Mamatay siya ni. Hulo. Mamatay yun. Hulo. O, ba lang yung namatay? Naprotektahan niya si Kuan. Nisud.
They get the kill. They bring Skinner
Iyo,
down.
ni Morpling,
The
eh.
ancient Pures trying to finish this off. Falcons desperately trying to throw everything at the ball. But Pure.
Oh, grabe, Pure.
Spears there.
Ang binakog. Ang binakog di pa mabungkag Ancient. Nakuha pa sa Ancient ato eh. Ikalit mag-zero.
We have pretty much a replay of the fourth game.
Normally the sequel ain't as good as the original, but this game 5 it was even crazier.
Ay, batong lipo.
Actually so unbelievable. Absolute cinema.
Piyo eh.
The board, such clutch plays.
Moon promised it.
I don't even know what to highlight.
Namatay yun si Morpling sa last.
The Fiend grip from Whitemon around the pin. The Fiend grip, I don't even know. That was absolutely insane. Wow. One of the craziest finals I've seen in a long time.
That really was. Both teams decide to run it back in this
May replay. Ito kung ano, na zero to galit ang Ancient.
and somehow they just
Naka-arena mo to siya.
performance in game 5 from both sides. And
Na buto siguro ang critical.
to do it so much more
Buto critical ba? Ditsuk zero ang Ancient.
difficult position this time round was still able to get that chance to make that hold. The
Beyond ba?
They had them ready, right? They had them ready for that rapier defense on the bottom lane. Pure's able to get in with that cleanup. Skinner on the Jarkles. You could kill off the team with the flag, but when it comes to the one-on-one, this ball, with the amount of farm that Pure had, it was just too much for Skinner to deal with.
The Timber and the Morph were just absorbing everything. Just such a good job from them. And Tundra, they're just proving, right? Last slam, it's their toy.
It certainly is, and I think that's certainly proven as well. Do you really want to let them get the chance for this first big Timber? I think 33's he's gonna have a huge smile on his face.
That's gonna get nerfed.
Yeah.
For sure.
33 absolutely crushing with that pig every single time. They felt they could deal with it, Falcons. They just couldn't.
Bihay.
An amazing performance here in this grand
Duha-duha biya si Malrin na to. Kuhan sa pack. Padaog na kita si Ari. May atong nga finals eh. Dugay ako kita ginatong nga finals. Biho eh. Or murag, bisan most ko ito pinakagrabe nga finals. Kanang game 5 yun ba kay katusaon na kay kuhan man ko do. Game 4 may nindot kayo para atong OG. Game 4, Game 5 wala na kaya. Kani Game 5 yun eh, grabe. Game 4, Game 5 yun. Grabe kayo. Bihay. Pila ka book na nun, oh, di kamay na, 40 mil na. Ganina mga 50 gitu kapin. Bihay. Kaning ni Hawa, mga 11 ka book 12. 11k. Kuha na sila mga Falcon boys. Ayun sa Morpling eh, daghan gini mag Morpling ani sa Dota. Best game 5 in Dota to history to wala. Agree ko na agree.
Biggest win on stage yet for you. You gotta be feeling it right now.
Daog na kita.
This is the beginning of the decade of Ari, am I right? How you feeling right now?
It feels incredible. It's my first tier 1 LAN win. So
Grabe,
hopefully first of
grabe,
many.
why?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think that this is the first wins for this man?
33, the last time you were in this Singapore indoor stadium, you won your first international. How special is this stadium for you now that you won this crazy best of 5 here against Falcons?
Yeah, honestly, it's really amazing and I'm really happy. I always wanted to come back to Singapore. I love this country, I love the food, and I have really good memories here. So I'm happy we got to win here. And it's such an exciting race. I'm really happy.
Taas sa po rin ang bihan na eh.
Yeah, my man. Earlier you told us, you've been making some mistakes. You didn't know if you were the best guy. Can you finally admit that you are one hell of a giga chat in this series? Can you finally admit that you are the man right now?
Sure. I mean, I think my whole team is like a man, like they're the man.
Not just you, but the whole team. Anything that you want to say to this crowd that's been cheering your name absolutely blown the top off
thank you to everyone. Thank you. Just thank you. Yeah.
Pure, I'm coming for you. Dude, you've been a standout player in so many different teams, but this, I feel like with this team right now, you're gelling more than we've ever seen you. What makes this unit so special?
This one,
Yeah.
I mean, it's Neta. It's a goat.
Tao guys.
Nessa.
I mean, overall our team is just crazy, guys. You know, we pretty high skill players and we want to grow. We want to grow together. And that's what I respect the most. And we made some good conclusions and we made some good decisions inside the game. That's why we won, guys. That's why we champions.
Fantastic, fantastic. And dude, Moon, please come over here with me. Moon, you knew that this would happen, all right? The same draft. You believed in him. You promised us cinema, and everything went exactly the same way as Game 4 and Game 5. You called it. You never doubted him. Did you always believe in this team, Moon?
I did.
Okay.
They're crazy, I think. I don't know. It's sour.
Hell yeah. All right, Moon. Many more victories coming up for the squad. I mean, this is a big win. You took out one of your main rivals here. This is the first of many for this season.
Of course, we finally assembled this team. I said this year the Neta, no more stand-ins, no more half measures. This year we're gonna have 5 people and we're gonna have the same roster for the whole year, no matter what.
That is what I'm talking about.
Whitemon, I'm saving the best for last here because, yeah, you know, people take the trophy. People have been cheering for Tundra. People have been cheering for the plays. It has happened. But people are very loudly cheering for you.
Wapa
So
juga
I
kita sa
wanna
replay
give you
guys.
the
Lamia
floor
tanaw
to
sa
address
replay ate.
the crowd here in Singapore who have been absolutely so loud for you guys and especially for you.
I think yeah, I think I want to say thanks to my family and friends or everyone that's supporting me, everyone that believing in me and my teams. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think my team played really good and you know coach also draft really good. I'm so happy. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah.
Four grand finals for Blast Slam, 3 grand finals titles for Blast Slam, for Tundra, and this one with just
Maya's
a big
Fury.
victory. What's that, Pure?
One for me.
1 for you, 4 for Neta, though. So it's 4 for the Tundra organization. You know, it's okay. You gotta share the love. We're gonna share the love, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Tundra Esports, your champion here for Blast Slam 4, and we're heading back to the desk.
Oh, so many cheers in the arena for Tundra here, our Blast Slam 4 champions, but Whitemon as well, a chant going for him there. I get a little bit emotional, you know, Whitemon's like an SEA event, finally a LAN, and there he is lifting a trophy in front of, I am sure, plenty of not only fans, but friends and family too.
No, an incredible player and an incredible warm welcome that he deserves for lifting the trophy, for an incredible Game 5, and for an incredibly well-played tournament. I think Whitemon deserves it every single bit, and you can't help but be happy for the guy.
I think all of Tundra deserves that, right? They had such a grind in this tournament as a whole and in this grand final. Kind of a historic grand final, I would say. I've never seen anything like it, honestly.
I mean, to have the repeat draft, of course, Game 4, Game 5, but then Tundra as well, right? The fact is, in their minds, they could have seen Falcons make a play adjustment and then potentially crush them. To have the confidence as well to go, you know what? You might have made a play, but we're going to make the same changes. And I don't know, there's so much confidence between both teams. And of course, for Tundra, they just showed why they are going to be a challenge to Falcons throughout the year. This is not going to be just a simple year of Falcons win everything. You know, sure you win a TI, sure you win the first tier 1 event after, but you know, Tundra very quickly stopping them in their tracks and making sure that the rest of this season is going to be a battle between multiple teams for every single tournament they attend.
I'm looking at the players and, you know, they're trying to get their emotions in check. And a little bit of me is like, yes, there's emotions from winning this, but also that game 5, it literally came down to one last auto click from Pure there onto the throne at the same time that he's dying. I don't know if you could ever have a more amazing way to end a grand finals at game 5 in Singapore.
Yun sa katubag si Hero sa Ancient to.
Running for them, they're like buzzing, shaking after a game like that. That was awesome, and to do it, I think, especially in front of a crowd as great as this, you know, especially for Whitemon in his hometown, home region. I think it's, you know, it was awesome. And it was an incredible last game.
I don't even know where to go from here because this game, to have this confidence we talk about to run back the draft, but also there were a lot of nerves. I'm not going to say it was a clean play by any means, but definitely entertaining misery.
Yeah, definitely not the cleanest game of Dota. But hey, there was also a lot on the line. And running the drafts back, there's even more on the line. So much pressure going into both teams, I think, to perform there. And I mean, we talked about the last moment of Pure hitting the throne, but there was also other moments this game that was absolutely insane, like the Roshan fight where Pure survived on 40 HP, I believe.
Yeah.
Gyrocopters getting bashed by Roshan and gripped
By Whitemon, yeah,
gripped and everything. Absolutely ridiculous.
Just everything coming together for them to be able to claim this Blast Land. Also, people said only one for him. This is his second win. Has this man forgotten that he won the very first Blast Land and now the most recent? A little bit of respect on his own name.
Yeah, it was a little too exciting. He got caught up in the moment, forgot how good he is.
Look, sometimes it happens, but Tundra as an org now, as this roster of 5, together, joint, they won every Blast Land. I actually don't know if we should even bother running back the next one because it feels like this team is going to be unstoppable, T.
I think we should still, I think we should still probably do it. You know, maybe we have another team, you know, step up and try and compete with the likes of Tundra. But again, they played incredibly well. It was a very, very, you know, challenging best of 5. You know, the back and forth in both the draft and the play. Like, you know, some teams would have easily crumbled.
Kado eh mga pabron guys. Puro ni Morpling.
It is testament to the experience and hence why they're able to claim another trophy.
Another trophy added to the cabinet there, and with the winners, I know you guys have already had that moment on stage. We're gonna have a moment here on the panel as well. 33 joining us. I don't even know what you want to talk about, man. Like this game 5, the way that it ended, everything from start to end, running back a draft to having the throne explode as Pure is dying.
Was he dying? Oh no.
Oh no, you didn't see it. Maybe I shouldn't have said that one.
No, I mean it was an insane game. I guess yeah, the draft. Usually it's a bit weird to do a repeat because you give the enemy the chance to change things up. But I guess they were really confident and we were as well, so it was pretty funny and yeah, the game was just.
So then, you know, you guys are talking between game 4 and 5, and it's like, oh yes, you feel like maybe you magically won that game number 4. But is there even that conversation of running back a draft, or is it happening in the moment as you're drafting?
I mean, I can say something that is maybe like when you lose, you cannot complain, but when you win, you can put these things up that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Take your time. Take your time.
But there is something really wrong with the system of coin flips in best of 5, because what happened is they won the first coin flip, so they chose first pick. And then on the second game, we got to choose first pick because we could see that first pick is better. So basically, we got to
have that advantage.
Yeah, we get to have an advantage. And if we won the first game, we could force them to play exactly the same game, like second time in a row. And this happens for the whole series like that. And then on game 5, instead of getting back the advantage that they lost by having the first choice and having choice in game 5, there's another coin toss. So I would say that something should maybe worked out because we got lucky in the first coin flip and then we got lucky in the last one. We got to choose first pick again. So
I love it that you just won a tournament and you're already like breaking down all of the systemic issues when it comes to Dota draft.
This is issue I was thinking about it a lot of times, and
yeah,
I guess now is a good time to bring it up.
That's it. That's your platform. You're allowed to do it after you win a tournament. You're definitely allowed to. I understand now.
So outside of coin flips, you know, them giving you Timbersaw in 3 of the games, 3 that you win, were you expecting them at some point to put some respect on the hero?
I mean, I guess it's hard for Amar and Malvin because obviously they are way better timbers than me, and they think that I don't know how to play it. Maybe they're right.
I see. They were trying to, you know, shatter your dreams and stuff, but it didn't really work out.
Yeah.
And then Ferret Cloak, you know, talk about neutral items. My guy, you're taking some Ferret
Another
Cloak.
platform to complain,
Yeah, I want to do a bit too, but you know, you're clicking on some people, you're running into Fountain a little bit, a little cheeky Fountain dive for some damage. Thoughts on the item? Neutral item?
I mean, we got the coin flip RNG, we got the neutral item RNG. You know, it's like even the the RNG gods hate Falcon.
There it is.
Sometimes, that run, that generational run has to end, whether it's from RNG being outplayed. That we do have a clip that we want to play. This is the end of the game because it feels
Kaya
like
kanabahan
you're
ko
aware
Jug.
of everything
Kailangan
that
to
was
tanawan
happening.
mi
There was
sa
a
bot.
lot of chaos, right? A lot of rapiers everywhere, but this is it. This is where you guys are making the decision. But walk me through it. What's the team comp? Do you even remember?
Is this after I bought back or before? After, I think, right?
Yeah, you both
I think I said I'm gonna go space, I'll travel, I'll buy back, and I don't know, in the fight, I think White One was mostly the one talking. He was just telling who he's gripping. Everyone else, it's so hard to tell. Like, you have so many things to focus on, so many spells to land. But he's just playing Bane, he's just chilling. Not much to do. So we were listening to him, and I think at some point, Pure was just like, guys, please hit the throne, please, please, please. And I guess because he was dying, I don't know, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, he had buyback as well, so even in the moment, so he's probably got a bit more confidence there. Like, he's the only player of all 10, and that ancient, it was beautiful. So.
Yeah, it was.
I'm curious, like, from game 4 to game 5, I mean, I've never seen a draft be run completely the same ever in competitive Dota.
I've never seen.
And so you end up with the same draft, they end up with the same draft, the same bans, everything. What do you adjust? Did you adjust a lot of things? Or?
We adjusted the lanes. We switched the supports,
right?
Because we had really bad lanes in the first game, and that's it pretty much. We just talked about not getting fucked in the lanes and making sure they don't steal our wisdom. Or like, even if our lanes don't go well, like it shouldn't collapse.
We talked about the same thing, so that's why I was curious. But what about like mid game, late game? Did you talk about that at all, or was it more like it lanes and then we're fine?
I think, yeah, we talked a lot about our map movement because we felt we played really bad in the first game. Like we were just running around too much. We were not farming. We were like, I don't know. We kind of got lucky in that game that we won in some way. And I think this game we played a lot better, but they did too. So it was hard. But yeah, overall it's really surprising to play the same. I kept expecting them to like adjust something, to change something up.
Yeah, we all did.
I think, and I think they really could, because for us, we were kind of set in our bans, I guess, at least from our perspective. But I don't know, they didn't. They were confident. So
I do have one quick follow-up to you talking about, you guys swapped the supports for lane. Do you feel like it made that big impact? Because it was such a back and forth game later on to that mid, around the Roshans, all of that we kind of forget about how impactful that laning phase was for you.
Yeah, the lanes, they were really hard for our supports mostly in the first game. They were so under-leveled and we couldn't even get Wisdom Run.
Do you feel like they went way better the second time though, when you swapped it?
Yeah, I think they went better at this. I don't know, my lane went better. I don't know. I sacrificed some people at the first lane to get the kill, but yeah, I don't know. The supports for sure had way better games, so that was nice.
I was curious if you had like a sort of a special fire to win because it's Ari's first time, at a tier 1 event in the grand finals. I imagine there's some extra motivation there.
It's always good to win, yeah, and yeah, for sure, especially against Falcon, because everyone hates them.
33, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again on the win, winning back-to-back Singapore Indoor Stadium events here. I'm sure you've already talked about it, this place being such a special moment for you now. Now you got 2 wins under your belt here, but look, thank you so much. We're gonna say goodbye to you, and you can go and celebrate with all your friends, family, rest of your teammates, and we're gonna round out Blast Slam for Singapore, because this finals have delivered on so many different ways, and I don't even know. All I want to do, guys, is just get to the next Blast Slam event. I just want to get to Chengdu already. That's still weeks away. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it was an incredible event, start to finish. It was honestly a pleasure to get to watch all these amazing teams play some amazing Dota. I think this is one of the best finals we've had in years, to be honest, with an incredible Game 5. I think it was honestly a treat.
Completely agree. I mean, it didn't look that good at the beginning of the BO5, but I think it really delivered towards the end here. And yeah, I also can't wait for Chengdu. I also want to give a shout out to the production here. Like the
Production. Nindot kay production, guys.
It's so fucking amazing.
Ni-subscribe good ko ning Blast.
I mean, to follow up on the
Keep
production,
on the
shout out to the camera guys, by the way, because in that previous game,
Oh,
they were starting from
subscribe.
the Falcons, then they had to run in front of Tundra, then they had to run back to Falcons. The poor guys' cardio, they were running miles during that game 5. But again, sorry, back to you, Misery. Just want to shout out the camera guys.
Yeah, I mean, just the stage and the introductions, all that stuff is like, it's really, really hype. It's something Dota, I wouldn't say lacking, but it's something that really brings something extra to tournaments.
It's amazing when we get to have it, but with a winner,
Falcons si Dan Rib. Hindi man Falcons mo.
We were very lucky to be able to catch a couple of words with Snake King.
Snake King, I'm gonna be real with you, because this was crazy, and I know that you've watched a lot of Dota, you've played a lot of Dota. I don't think I've ever seen a game 5 with the exact same draft as game 4, and I need to ask you about that because that is unique, right? That's never happened. How did it come to be, and how come you feel like it didn't work out in your favor?
I think the only reason why you would run a draft back on both teams is both teams think they have a favorable draft and like they can make some adjustments to make it better, and like so I think in both game 4 and 5 we had a good advantage from the laning phase, and like we're ahead, but then we make this very similar mistakes. We're dying on the map, we lose objectives, and then suddenly like the game is very hard. And I think I mean it's something we're gonna have to go over in the replay to fix, but it's pretty identical mistakes in game 4 and 5. But at the end of the day, both teams thought they had the better draft.
And both teams played phenomenal, so it was a grand finals. It's definitely going to be remembered by a lot of people. It didn't end up going your way. You guys had a fantastic run, obviously, with many grand finals going your way, including the international. I know this was the last grand final before you guys do get a little bit of a break, so I want to focus on the positives, because how much of a run, like how do you feel after a run like that?
Obviously it's been pretty fatiguing to be on the road for so long. Malrain couldn't get visa for PGL, so we decided just to take a little break and skip this event and play the other events. And I think we'll be back and ready for our future events. I mean, the team is very sad right now, obviously, from the loss, but we'll learn from it.
Sige mo
And I'm
kada
sure
og.
we'll see you in
Lain sad.
Hopefully. Don't jinx us.
All right, no jinxing here. Any final words you want to say to anyone out there?
I just want to thank all the fans here supporting us in Singapore. It's unfortunate we didn't win, but you know, thank you so much for everyone watching online and supporting us in person. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you very much, Snaking.
Yeah, they might not have won here. They might not be lifting the trophy. That one's going towards Tundra, but they definitely delivered on the entertainment front. I can't stop gushing about how amazing this grand final was. It felt like we had literally everything, maybe just shy of a rampage. But that was earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, we got it all just in bits and pieces. No, I think you know, it sucks. It sucks to lose. Obviously, you know, you feel bad for Snaking, but they are an incredible team and they put on an amazing show. And like you said,
Guys,
they're gonna come back
lihan sa
stronger,
mga misis, guys.
and continue to wow us and hopefully give us amazing games like
Ah,
this in the future.
dito kay guys.
Don't get jinxed. That's what he was worried about there, team.
Mga gid.
Yeah, and I'm
Go
not gonna
para
say
mas
much,
natio.
good luck to all teams participating. I don't
Alright.
want to win it
Thanks for
every
watching
game.
with me, guys. And
Make sure you're ready for the best of one.
congrats to
There's rule in this format. It is
to
not- you
Tundra
cannot be an
and
average
congrats
team.
to
You need to be
Blast
the best
Slam
team the
Dota.
entire
Ani.
time. When you play 66
Like
games
and
collectively
subscribe
as a
ni
mass,
Doti
it
lang
becomes a
production,
single
guys.
elimination.
Tanaw juga sa sunod.